A plea deal is an agreement between the defendant and the prosecutor in a criminal case. Instead of going to trial, the defendant agrees to plead guilty to some or all of the charges. In exchange, the prosecutor may reduce the charges or recommend a lighter sentence. This helps avoid the uncertainty, time and expense of a full trial. According to Frank C. Walker, plea deals are very common. About 70 to 80% of cases end this way. It allows the court system to work faster and gives defendants a chance to resolve their case sooner. However, accepting a plea deal means giving up your right to a trial. You admit guilt and face penalties agreed upon in the deal. It's important to understand that a plea deal is a serious decision with long-term effects on your record. An experienced attorney can help you decide if a plea deal is right for your case. They will explain the possible outcomes and negotiate with the prosecutor to get the best possible deal for you. How plea deals work. A plea deal is a negotiation between your attorney and the prosecutor. When you face criminal charges, your lawyer talks with the prosecutor to find a possible agreement that benefits both sides. Instead of going to a full trial, you agree to plead guilty to certain charges or lesser offenses. Frank C. Walker, Civen explains that prosecutors often offer plea deals to save time and resources. They want to resolve cases quickly, and defendants often accept to avoid the risks of harsher sentences if found guilty at trial. The process usually starts early, sometimes at the preliminary hearing or pre-trial conference. Your lawyer reviews the evidence and decides whether accepting a plea deal is the best option. If accepted, the deal is presented to the judge, who must approve it. Plea deals may reduce charges, lower penalties, or offer alternative programs like probation or rehabilitation. But remember, accepting a plea means you admit guilt, which can affect your future. Always consult your attorney carefully before agreeing. They will help you understand the deal's terms and consequences before making this important decision. Pros of taking a plea deal. Taking a plea deal can have several advantages, especially when facing criminal charges. According to Frank C. Walker, the biggest benefit is that it allows you to avoid the uncertainty and stress of a full trial. Trials can be long, expensive, and unpredictable, even if you believe you are innocent. One major pro of a plea deal is that it often leads to reduced charges or lighter sentences. Prosecutors may agree to drop some charges or recommend probation, community service, or diversion programs instead of jail time. This can help protect your future by limiting the severity of consequences. A plea deal can also speed up the resolution of your case. Instead of waiting months or even over a year for a trial, you can resolve your case in a matter of weeks or months. This means less time spent worrying about court dates and potential jail stays. Another important advantage is that plea deals can allow you to enter rehabilitation programs such as drug court or mental health court, which focus on treatment instead of punishment. These programs can help you improve your life and avoid harsher penalties. Finally, accepting a plea deal saves legal costs. Trials are expensive, and plea deals reduce the amount of time your attorney needs to spend preparing and going to court. However, while plea deals have benefits, you should also be aware of their downsides. You are admitting guilt, which can have long-term effects on your record, reputation, and future opportunities. That's why it's crucial to work with an experienced attorney who can negotiate the best deal and explain what it means for you. Cons of plea deals. While plea deals can be helpful, they also have disadvantages. When you accept a plea deal, you admit guilt to a crime. This means the charge goes on your criminal record, which can affect your future jobs, housing, and other opportunities. Frank C. Walker, who warns that some people take plea deals just to get the case over with, without fully understanding the long-term effects. A guilty plea can lead to penalties like fines, probation, or even jail time, depending on the deal. Another downside is losing the chance to have a trial. At trial, you can present your side, challenge evidence, and possibly be found not guilty. A plea deal means giving up these rights. Sometimes, people feel pressured to take a plea deal because they fear harsher punishment if they go to trial and lose. But this isn't always the best choice. It's important to carefully weigh the risks with your lawyer. Also, certain plea deals may require you to follow strict conditions like counseling, community service, or drug testing. Failing to follow these can lead to more trouble. So, while plea deals offer benefits, the cons must be fully understood before accepting. Always discuss your options with a trusted attorney. When to consider plea deals. Knowing when to consider a plea deal is very important. According to Frank C. Walker, too, plea deals are often a good choice when the evidence against you is strong and a trial could lead to harsher penalties. If you face serious charges, but a plea deal offers reduced charges or lighter sentencing, it might be worth considering. Plea deals can also be helpful if you want to avoid the stress, time, and expense of a trial. Trials can take months or even over a year, so a plea deal may allow you to resolve your case faster. However, you should never rush into accepting a plea deal. Always consult with your attorney to fully understand the terms and consequences. Your lawyer can advise if the deal is fair or if fighting the charges might be better. Sometimes, diversion programs or alternative courts included in plea deals can offer treatment instead of punishment, which can be very helpful if you qualify. Ultimately, considering a plea deal depends on your case's facts, the evidence, your criminal history, and advice from your attorney. Role of your attorney. Your attorney plays a crucial role when it comes to plea deals. Frank C. Walker, SICI, emphasizes that an experienced lawyer helps you understand the charges and the possible outcomes of accepting or rejecting a plea deal. Your attorney reviews the evidence, negotiates with the prosecutor, and works to get the best deal possible for your case. A good lawyer will explain the pros and cons of the deal, so you can make an informed decision. They can also advise whether going to trial might be a better option depending on the strength of the evidence and your situation. Your attorney represents you at all stages, from the initial hearing to the final sentencing. They protect your rights and make sure the deal is fair and follows legal standards. Never accept a plea deal without consulting your lawyer first. Your attorney's guidance is key to protecting your future and avoiding harsh penalties. Long-term effects. Accepting a plea deal has long-term consequences. Frank C. Walker, too, explains that when you plead guilty, it creates a permanent record that can affect your life in many ways. Employers often run background checks, and a criminal record may prevent you from getting certain jobs or professional licenses. A guilty plea can also impact your ability to rent housing, qualify for loans, or obtain certain government benefits. Even minor offenses like summary charges can cause problems later if left on your record. Additionally, some plea deals require you to follow strict probation rules or attend treatment programs. Failing to comply can lead to new charges or revocation of your release. Before accepting a plea, understand how it will affect your future. Consult your attorney to explore options like expungement or diversion programs that may reduce these impacts. Your lawyer will help you make a decision that protects your rights and minimizes long-term harm. Thanks for watching! If you're facing criminal charges, understanding plea deals can change your future. Remember, every case is unique, so always consult a trusted attorney before deciding. What do you think? Should everyone accept a plea deal to avoid risk or fight for their innocence? Don't forget to hit the subscribe button for more legal insights and true crime stories. Stay tuned for our next video, What Happens at Trial, and What Should You Expect?